Yo, what's good, Caspa family? We back at it. And you want some price predictions? I'm gonna give you some price predictions. Let's say in a month from now, Caspa's gonna double in price. All right, all right. So we're looking also long term. I mean, where's this double in price come from? I mean, we saw the monthly, monthly, uh, weekly charts. This is the Bitcoin dominance versus Caspa dominance. Caspa is extremely undervalued right now, and it hasn't been this undervalued since it was about, let's see, down to like the 3 cent range, some unbelievable price. Yeah, something around here, like 3.5 cents in terms of Bitcoin market value. So you want some price predictions? That's a price prediction. It's gonna also very easily hit this 12 cent range. I mean, it could find a support there. It's around the average in terms of weekly, macro scale. It's becoming exceedingly undervalued. Or at this point, it's actually becoming the short-term buy pressure is exceeding the macro downtrend. That's what this chart down here signifies. Okay, so we're gonna definitely see some bullish price action very soon. Even Bitcoin is bouncing from the low Bollinger Band on its weekly time frame, and this it's becoming the past 3 weeks. The short-term buy pressure has been overwhelming. The momentum of short-term buy pressure has been exceeding the downtrend of its weekly downtrend. So again, that's a bullish signal, and it's going to very likely turn into a valley here, and that's the below Bollinger. This is the bandwidth of price action. As you can see, it stays within the bandwidth until it breaks out. So, not to say it can't break down lower from here, but it's looking very unlikely because of how oversold it is. So, I do expect it to retest the 100K range, Bitcoin. I'm less interested in Bitcoin, much more interested in Caspa. But if it breaks through this bandwidth, I mean, it can just absolutely explode. And so, looking good long term at least. Regards to price action prediction for Caspa. So, I made these Reddit posts like a year ago, or even more than a year. $100 Caspa 8 years from now. Okay, and I make the whole argument for it. This is referring to the power law. Okay, and the power law is what it is. Like, it's a mathematical logarithmic model that predicts price action. It's based on natural environmental trends, social trends that it's like a very naturalistic trend, and you see it in nature. Okay, and it's only something Bitcoin has followed, and now Caspa is still following the power law to around 91.5% accuracy. Bitcoin is following at around 95% accuracy, but in its early days, like, you can't get away from the fact that some people early on, they saw the conviction. A lot of us in the early days of Caspa, 2022, 2023, like, we were completely Caspa maxis. We held our entire portfolio in Caspa, because we saw it from the early days what it is. We read the white paper and we see it is the solution of crypto. It is a solution of the financial market. So there's these early holders that they have a lot of Caspa, and they're fine cashing out at these levels. So it's like, with the introduction of miners making a lot more revenue from KRC20, all these different utilities for Caspa, but smart contracts coming up, it's gonna miners and early holders, they may be selling some exchanges with futures listing, Coinbase, Binance. They want to create the sell pressure to accumulate a ton of Caspa, which we see on chain. Wallet number 2 is accumulating so much Caspa. So it's like, you can't get away from the fact that Caspa is so young right now. So it's like it's easier to manipulate, easier with these early holders. They want to sell, but the thing is, moving forward, over 90% of the supply has already been mined. So this type of manipulation, this type of breakage from the power law, from this recent crash, we're not going to see this in the future. Okay, this is because all the various factors, Binance futures listing right here, And what has happened since then? It's been trying to keep a cap on the value of Caspa, and yeah, it hit the top of its power law trend as well. And now Binance, or sorry, get this mixed up, Coinbase futures listing right here. So these big exchanges are loading up, and they are now on the verge of listing. In my opinion, I think, as you know, it's just a very logical to belief that these big tier ones could be waiting for the hard fork, the 10 BPS hard fork, and that would make sense. So what they wait for, it's going to come in April or end of April, early May. So it's really a matter of time. Load up your bags at this cheap value. I mean, I was like, 5 cent is the bottom. Wave 5 cent goodbye. I highly doubt we ever see that again. So, take it as you want, but looking long term is where I'm most excited, because you look long term with Bitcoin, and it says, according to power law, where is it? 2032, 2033, see 1 million per Bitcoin. And even right now, okay, I got to get updated chart here, or graph, or table, whatever you want to call it. But in 2024, it's even to this year, it's Bitcoin averages 42% APY. That's why Michael Saylor is just Saylor. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Michael Saylor. I don't know, but he's a smart guy. He's averaging 45% APY on Bitcoin. This is according to its average power law. So imagine if you buy Caspa, for example, at its low, you're going to be making so much money. You compare it to Bitcoin. Is Bitcoin 12 years ago? So 12 years ago, was that 2013? $80 per Caspa, something like that. It was averaging. So it's going to be, Caspa's going to be averaging so the Caspa rise is gaining adoption like 4 times, with emission schedules 4 times faster than Bitcoin. So it's not exactly, these power law charts aren't exactly comparable, but if you do compare it, look at that APY growth, the growth rate, annual growth rate, just insane, absolutely insane. So you already know the next few months, next few years, you're not going to get a better investment than Caspa. And you could even see it right here, the CaspaPowerlaw.com. Put in the date you want. What do we want? We want what 1, 2, 3. Let's go 2 years. Go to March. What does it say? Boom. Okay, let's go to a year. I think a year's going to say something like $1. All right, let's go 2026 March. Yeah, there we go. Resistance at $1. Something very reasonable, very realistic, and that's something that where Bitcoin hit. In my last video, I go over comparing Bitcoin's next, when Bitcoin was at this level, its next big price pump, it went 20 times the price from this low when it was at this market cap, and it went all the way to like 1,200, something like that. 20 times increase from this current price. 20 times increase from its low, Caspa's low of around 5.5 cents, puts it to $1.10, over $1. Very, very realistic in the next big pump for Caspa. It's gonna, those paper hands are gonna leave at $1. Good, we don't want them. Then we're gonna hit $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 for Caspa, and that I think is a very fair price at its next big bull cycle run. Very reasonable market cap for Caspa, around 100, 200, even 300. Well, stick it around 150 billion market cap. Very reasonable for Caspa, especially in today's market. In 3+ years from now, the whole market cap of crypto is going to increase. So that type of value for Caspa is only going to increase. It's going to take a bigger share of the crypto market. It's not going to just take like 1%. It could just, even if it takes 1% of the market cap a few years from now, it's going to be worth a lot more than it is today. So something to think about. I'm going to go more into price predictions and chart analysis, all that good stuff. Really good stuff coming from Nacho, Kango. Nacho is just breaking out in terms of, Caspa. Yeah, Nacho's doing crazy. They've been on their X. They're like doing some crazy decoding, hinting these little like teasers, and it's, in my opinion, I mean, I already know what it's all about because yeah, I'm like, helping with marketing sometimes and all that, giving my thoughts, feedback. So I know what's about to happen. So not financial advice or anything, but big things coming for Nacho. Yeah, they're breaking into the Caspa mining with the cat pool, getting a lot of exposure from that. So it makes sense. Nacho's the first one to pump, is leading the KRC20 market. Can go finding a floor for itself as well, doing very, very well. I love their animations, but you have to respect the OG, the leader in the space, and that's Nacho. So it's awesome. I love it. Um, Very excited to see Caspa where it's headed in the next few months, especially this summer. This summer's going to be big. It's going to be huge for Caspa. So yeah, peace out. See you on the next one.